Good morning, beautiful people of YouTube. Day 153, cold exposure. I got up and I read my scripture, had some coffee, then just went on a 1.5 mile run. And I beat my last time by about a minute, so I was pretty happy about that. I've been running in some barefoot shoes, so there's really no cushion, and the toe box is wider so that my toes can spread out naturally instead of being forced together. And I think a lot of the time when I was growing up, I wasn't using the capabilities of my body. I know for a time I was into gaming, and I don't think that helped my posture at all. Now I just feel so much more open, and it's bringing on more confidence and just new abilities that I never had before. Me and my dad were talking about how we had never been able to touch our toes or the ground, no matter how much stretching we've done. And recently we've both been able to do that. And it's just very cool to feel an ability for the first time. And just the surprise fact after, whenever you keep doing it, that you know that no matter how hard you tried before, you never accomplished it. But back to the barefoot shoes. I've been running more on the ball of my foot rather than going heel toe. And I read somewhere that that's the difference between running and jogging. Jogging is going heel to toe. And running is more on the ball of your foot, using your calf as like a spring, which is probably what it's designed for. But my soleus, which is the deeper part of your calf, lower, closer to your ankle, and deeper, has been getting so sore. Like, I remember when I went to Rockhurst, one of the exercise science teachers, there was an experiment to see how many calf raises you could do without stopping. And I think I got between 150 and 200. I could be wrong on that. Maybe I got more than 200. But I went for like 3 or 4 minutes straight, up, down, up, down. And it stopped whenever I couldn't stay on pace. And he gave a warning before: you have never experienced this kind of soreness in your life. And me being a bodybuilder, an aspiring bodybuilder at the time, I had thought I'd been training hard enough to where I would crush the results and I wouldn't get a sore. But for about a week, I had a bunk and my desk was under it, so I had to get down from it every day. And every single day, it felt like my Achilles was gonna snap. And when I'd sit down for too long and I tried to stand back up, I couldn't even fully straighten my legs because my calves were so tight. And I was amazed because it just brought a new level of soreness that I had never experienced before. And that's probably one of my best experiences for that one semester of college that I did, because I'm so in love with the human body and movement especially, that even just the complexity of muscles alone fascinates me. So being able to get that sore, I knew that there's levels to intensity and volume, and I wish I could get that sore everywhere on my body, even though I don't think my calves got bigger from it. But when you're sore, you just know that it's gonna come back stronger. Like, to an extent, obviously, but like when you're sore after hitting chest or something, and you can feel your chest being tight, you know that you did something. It's not like nothing happened to it. So that's why I've always enjoyed being sore, even though it's uncomfortable, and some people don't like being sore, so they don't train as hard. And depending on your discipline or specifics of training, it might not be as good to be sore. But as someone who wants to gain muscle, and that's been my main focus for a long time, it delights me to be sore, because I know I at least train hard enough to where the muscles are broke down, and I know that if I can feed myself enough, they will grow back bigger and stronger. The adaptation of the human body is incredible. And with my new passion for arm wrestling, it's cool to apply different methods of training to delve into new specifics of fitness. I never cared about strength when I started training. Yes, I wanted to get stronger, but I wanted to be controlled. And in my young adults group that I've been going to, we talked about meekness, which is being strong under control, or having the ability to overpower, but showing restraint. And I love that for the aspect of my training, because yes, I want to lift as heavy weight as I can, but I want to outlift someone with lower weight and more reps. Not saying that I'm doing only light weight, because I'm doing as much weight as I can, but under control. And it's a process, because my range of motion wasn't the best when I started, and I'm still fixing joint problems, most likely because of that. But everything is so interconnected, like range of motion with endurance and the amount of volume that you can do, and mind-muscle connection and strength, and all aspects of training are just interwoven together, and everyone's different, and this is just my experience, but being able to improve on a multi-dimensional level, getting better at flexibility, which increases range of motion, which increases tension over the muscle, which makes you have to control it more, which means you can't use as much weight, but over time, the muscle is getting exactly the range of motion that's designed for it. And you're mobilizing joints, and all of it's an amazing process. Movement is medicine. I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you enjoyed my little rant, and spread peace, love, and positivity.